And while walking through Rockland Lake State Park over in Rockland County, interesting, we find this. What? We find? Oh, path. We find the Rockland Lake Nature Center, nature trails and boardwalks. Now, I don't remember going here before inside there. We always walked by, but it was always kind of closed off. So I'm thinking it's opened up recently. But we haven't been here since like 2021. So I'm like, we saw this used to be outside. You had like a little display of like butterflies and stuff we see here. You know what's happening in the springtime, the butterflies coming out and nesting. It's like, oh, let's see. But we found something else that's interesting there. I didn't know a little bit of the history. Rockland Lake had ice harvesting. ICE harvesting. I'm like, what? You mean ice harvesting? You can cut ice that you can then cut up in pieces and send elsewhere around the city, including New York City, and then around even India? Wow. Look at the image inside there. It says, please no littering, no bites, no fires, no picnics, no pests, no smoking, no swimming. How you doing? You know? And let's stuff here in the meantime. All these things here. Let's see. Let's take a look at this one here. Let's see. So there's our tour guide, this Eugene. Take a look, because we haven't been here before, so we can take a little walk. I mean, it's new, right? Let's see. So this is funny. So we have the trails here. They have like, from what I see, like 4 or 5 different entrances. We came in. So Rockland Lake Nature Center, Lakeside Loop. So it says you are here. All right. Main office is there. Coming across here. So we're going here now, and we're going to walk. Let's walk on the loop. So here, so he goes to the Swamp Forest, Hackensack River, Lakeside Loop. Oh man. This, let me see. Wonder how big is this at scale? I don't know, but there's fences actually opening from around the other side. So I don't know how big it is. Oh, let's see. We were over here by the water from before. I think it might be a little bit. You want to take a little walk and see how far we get inside? Let's take a look. But let me show you about the ice harvesting part. That was surprising to us. And this is like wood carvings. Very nicely done. And look, how do you make the image by just having it painted? Like silver paint and a wooden carved. Yeah, look how they did the ridges. Very nice, right? Very artistic, creative. You know, like that. Wood carvings, simple. Nice, interesting structure. I want to show you this. Let's start the reading from the other side, okay? Beautiful. I love to see stuff like this, like benches made out of actual wood, where they put the pieces together, join like that. Yeah, it must remind me how they do stuff in Japan, where they take like, you know, everything. They all use that many screws and stuff, but they use everything kind of fitly nice. They snug into place with curved edges and stuff. That's beautiful. Look, a very comfortable seat too. You know? Not bad. Here's a little, kind of like a little totem like one on a wood again. How much wood can do? Wow, beautiful. So it's a while, you know, I guess this is the peak of season hasn't started yet, you know. Right now we're in the month of May. And let's see. So Wild and Wonderful Rockland Lake. I'm gonna read it to you guys for those who cannot see it. Let me give hold it back for me a second, por favor. This is what it says here. What's coming up? The belted kingfisher eats its fish whole, including bones and scales which it can't digest. Forms its undigested parts of its prey into a pellet and regurgitates it. So if you take a look, if I read it forever, we'll be here forever. So let's see this. So what's coming up? I guess they have all the birds you'll see inside there. You'll probably can see up there. All right, I'll say it. I know they said. You said you wouldn't find. Owls and hawks and other predatory birds also eat indigestible bones and fur and regurgitate them as pellets. It is possible to know that what prey birds eat by examining the animal remains in pellets. Where am I? Animals use camouflage to hide. Predators hide from prey, and prey hide from predators. They disguise themselves by using protective coloration. Opposite. I know. It's for kids somewhat, but you know, the kids need to learn this from us. We're just bigger kids, you know, taller and more age, you know. In these photos, which of these techniques are? Okay, that's a question for the kids. What's for lunch? Because remember, they show the stuff in the front. They have like little things for a lot of kids coming here to learn a little bit of stuff, you know, how the cycle works. Life on Earth starts with sunlight. Green plants make energy from sun. Small creatures eat plants and are themselves eaten, thus forming a food chain. Food chains link together to form food webs. How do you think a dragonfly, a frog, and a raccoon would make a food chain? How would that chain link with the one shown? What other food chains can you think of? That's for the kids to watch. Little something for the kids. They can get credits and see. But isn't it amazing how they start off? So precious. Young crowbird. Yellow warbler. Look how precious it is. Doesn't it look familiar? Adults and the children, and then they get adult from that little thing, the young crowbird, to now the adult one. Absolutely beautiful. wild and wonderful Rockland. What are they having here? They have the ring-billed seagull. Can you see it here in the picture? See a picture of him. See it this way, right? You have the mallard duck here. You have the green heron. You have the eastern, what is it, phoebe or phoebe? You have the turkey vulture. You have the solitary vireo. Am I saying it correctly? Forgive me. The great blue heron. The killdeer, I've seen those little ones around. The white-throated sparrow. The green egret. And the robin. I've seen some other ones in there too. You know, there's other ones. See the Canadian geese running around. But let's talk about something we're talking about. The ice harvesting. This I didn't know. That one I'm going to read to you, okay? Because this is like interesting. If you can see the picture. I don't know if you can make it clear. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Look at the picture from left to right. Okay, from here. Take a look slowly at the picture. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so that's like a factory. The water and stuff on the ground and the wood on top there. And they have little factories behind there. Okay, so it says here. The familiar electric refrigerator did not begin to come into widespread use until after 1925. Before that, as far back as 1800, the ice box was used. The ice box made it possible to keep perishable food fresh and replaced the earlier practice of cooling food in cellars or spring houses and preserving meat by drying and salting. That's what we did too in the Caribbean, you know? They didn't have anything, I mean, we had the ice box and stuff, but could you imagine? We have the modern convenience of refrigerators and stuff, and people have to learn that things come from somewhere. History repeats. We're just doing it in a different form, you know? Different cover. Let's see here, look at the pictures here. It says here, natural ice was harvested from freshwater lakes and rivers principally during the winter months from January to March. As early as 1831, the high quality of ice from spring-fed Rockland Lake, then known simply as the pond or Questback, city, Questback was already in heavy demand by New York City. In 1855, several small competing ice companies that had been, see, I'm trying to read from the image on the camera, on the back of the camera. I'm gonna read it from directly from the side. I'm trying to give you like a dual view. I'm trying to like read from the screen, so I'm gonna just focus on. I say it again. Natural ice is harvested from freshwater lakes and rivers, principally during the winter months, from January to March. As early as 1831, the high quality of ice from spring-fed Rockland Lake, then known simply as Pond or Questback Pond, was already in heavy demand by New York City. In 1855, several small competing ice companies that had been harvesting ice on the lake were combined to form the Knickerbocker Ice Company. Knickerbocker Ice Company. Interesting. Ice from Rockland Lake was marketed as far away as India and Australia. Could you imagine that? Wow. So look at it carried it before. Worse than about, you know, you might get SUV and other stuff, icebox train and stuff. Look at the icebox. I love this beautiful artwork, right? Nice little wooden thing. Oh, that's like nice we did stuff in our class, you know? Nice one. And look at the icebox here. That's like typical what it was back then. Beautiful. Look down in the picture down here. I'm thinking zoom in. Let me see. Can I zoom in? Oh yeah, I can zoom in. Oh, I should do that too. Oh, let me zoom in the other one so you can see too in 1 second. Beautiful. Let's go across the next one. Beautiful. Next one. Let me see. Yeah, because sometimes zooming in doesn't get the nice detail as well. Let's see how close we can go. Let me see. Dragonfly, why are you okay. Nice. Wow. God, these people back then, who would have known there would have been in pictures there? Absolutely amazing. I'm gonna go back to the first picture we did to give you another image of it before I read the rest, okay? Look at this picture, can you see it? Dragonfly, you wanna get in there too? I've been Dragonfly trying to up the video again. Beautiful. Next one next to it. Because I'm gonna talk about them just now in the reading. This is when you see what it is. It's like ice barges. It's amazing how these people did this. This is amazing. Okay, here's what happened from the reading. Let's go back to the top one we didn't see before. Let's zoom in on that one too. Okay, now we see a better picture, much better. It came out better. Sometimes I try to zoom in and it gets reflected back when I zoom it in. I know, I talk fast, I mumble, I know. Sorry, forgive me. I said since you're here, let's make it worthwhile so you can see as much. I like to learn stuff, I like new things, I like to discover stuff, you know? We just stumble upon it sometimes. Sometimes you live someplace for so long and then you never realize what you have in the backyard or even around there on the lake until it's history brought out. And I think it's an obligation of all those living somewhere, you know, like those, I say adults, teach the kids where things actually came from, where they at right now and what happened, what are these or different kind of groups. Raccoon, deer. Oh, the park bench. Oh, I see that. Oh, okay. I was like, what? I'm walking up here. I didn't realize that. Raccoons. The kind of, I guess, the patterns for them to see what it is. What a deer. Hoof print looks like, so you know, for those who are there watching, in case the kids are watching. Coyotes, because they do have coyotes in there too. Get a little prints. So I can see them. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's go back to the reading. Okay. It says, next one. The ice harvesting industry influenced activities in the Rockland Lake area for 100 years. By the 1880s, Knickerbocker employed nearly 4,000 people during harvesting season in January and February who cut and stored up to 100,000 tons of ice. 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. So imagine 100,000 tons of ice. That's a lot of weight. Several large ice houses to store the ice, the largest measuring 550 by 100 by 50 feet with a capacity of 100,000 tons, lined the northeast side of the lake. For well over 100 years, the natural ice business that kept the home ice box supplied several times a week with fresh ice was a major American industry. From 1800 to 1920, most communities across the northern United States had a local ice company to supply its need. Imagine that, you have to go order ice. Now you have so much ice coming to the fridge and the stuff that's coming to the ice maker, you know? Wow. I mean, we used to have the ones in, the little plastics or the metal ones. We had the metal ones in the Caribbean, kind of like aluminum type. You have to kind of have a metal between, you have to have like a flap, you break it, and it keeps the ice from bonding together. So you turn it, or crack it, and we knock it out. A lot of things. And now we have the plastic ones that you can, remember the twist, like silicone type. It's amazing how much stuff has changed over time. Beautiful. For well over 100 years, the natural ice business that kept the home ice box supplied several times a week with fresh ice was a major American industry. Industry from just ice, frozen water. So amazing. From 1800 to 1920, most communities across the northern United States had its local ice company to supply its need. Some of these companies, especially those near large cities, supplied ice well beyond their own community, not just to nearby cities, but to more distant cities and even many foreign countries. As markets for ice expanded, these companies became very large operations. In 1860, a railway was built. Let me get a picture of it. Let me see something over here. Let me take a look at this spot, see? Very nice. The tracks. It says here, in 1860, a railway was built from the ice houses to the Clove, C-L-O-V-E, a natural break in the ridge of Hook Mountain. I guess that was I guess outside here. The Clove, right? Okay. Let's see. And down the docks on the Hudson River. Knickerbocker, like when you get there was Knickerbocker in the street inside there. Now, in this interesting the name. Knickerbocker, Knickerbocker, operated a fleet of 13 steamboats and 80 barges. Steamboats and 80 barges to transport ice downstream to New York City. Imagine that. Harvesting of ice continued on a gradually diminishing scale until 1924. The last of the ice houses were destroyed by a fire in 1926. Wow. Look at this. Cutting the ice in Rockland Lake. Who would have thought they'd be doing this? Imagine this. Let's see. Wow. Look at how they do this. Let's see. Wow. Wow. It's a big saw. So this stuff we saw in the front by the bear, the wooden carved bear. That's amazing. And this is the ice. Here's a little picture of what it is, how ice was harvested. This is for, kids, but using, I think, foam as a display. How was ice harvested, just for them to know. It's good to know. Let's see. So pretend this is a foam piece, right? And they made it as if one big thing of ice, and they cut it into little pieces here. So they call some parts different names, and, like a broader name, then they get more narrow to smaller pieces, the sub-names. So ice field was that whole big part of it. And you went to like a ice float, piece they sent up, and then the ice strip, and then cake. A piece of section of it. So let's see. They break it down here. I'm gonna show you the pictures to you see. But let me show the pictures first so I can get to that part. So let's go. Harvesting of ice. Let's show the pictures first, and I'll show you the stuff after. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Horse and carriage. Back then, the SUV of the time, right? Ice. People working just to cut ice, make life. And I saw this happen. I think it was when they did a tour to the Amish village. Amish show about how they did ice harvesting. It was pretty cool. Using breaking bars and a cut stone. Talking about that, I think I'm gonna take a trip down to Bushkill Falls. I think I'll take it again one day. Bushkill Falls, and then by the there's also Amish visit. I think in Allentown, PA, where they do where they show how they cut how they take a tour around Amish town. How they show how to get a tour again of this, how they make ice and how they store stuff in the barn. Very nice. So let's very nice. Good. I love to know history because I'm like, how we are ice elevator. Wow. Bring stuff from here, put it here, load it up there, and like pulleys and levers. Look at the pulleys, and then bring it up there. You know, this stuff I like how they did it. You see, humans are very creative, very ingenuitive. They bring it up since back then. They know how they did these things. There's more, and here on this side they show the equipment here. So I'm just going to show this part after. Right? So let's finish reading this. Using the ice plow, 7-inch deep cuts were made on the ice field at right angles to each other, marking out a checkerboard pattern of ice cakes. Okay, ice cakes, those little pieces you saw in the corner there. All right, those ice cakes, those smaller pieces, right? The entire rectangle of ice was called a float. The entire rectangle of ice was called a float, right? Ice floats were anywhere from 4 to 8 cakes wide and 10 to 30 cakes in length. The standard thickness was 13 inches. Imagine ice being 13 inches thick. And Rockland Lake, who'd have known, right? Let's see. It says here, using breaking bars in the cuts around the outside of the float, workers broke out and sputtered it off from the main ice field. It says here, other workers standing on the field and using pike poles moved the float down the open channel of water leading to the ice house. Workers standing on the float itself broke off strips of ice cakes, 1 cake wide from the float as it neared the entrance to the elevator. Absolutely amazing. The strips of ice were swung around so that the individual ice cakes would be broke off using breaking bars and moved onto the elevator that carried them upward into the ice houses. Very interesting. I guess they have a demo of it. This is like the old TV we had. Remember the TVs? JVC had Panasonic and all this stuff we had, Magnavox and Philips. Amazing. Let's see it get over here. So now here's some of the tools they use. Old tools, but I love to see older tools because this is how they had it from. This is what you had to use. You know what I mean? I want to show the picture first. This is like you had to get and learn to use these things, and they made it to kind of fit the function. You know, form and function had to be done a certain way. Like you see, like the plows. Look at the horse are pulling it for strength. Horse. I mean, look at that. That's torque right there. Pulling the ice as it cuts through stuff, and I guess I have to go back and forth. It looks so simple sometimes. I just pull it and cut it. No, like you see in TV in the cartoons, you know, they put them cutting that thing, a ring around the glass, and it's like, yay. No, this is different. You got to cut through 7 to 13 inches of ice thick. And you get tired, man. So this must work. But you know, horses are built for some purpose. And again, who made them? Yeah, we know. God. Yes, he did. Okay, so look at this. So we have here, look at this tool. I'm going to try to capture it, okay? It might be in slow pace. They had an ice drill. Let me see how to take it from backwards. They had take it like this. I'll read it first. Right? An ice drill making holes in ice to insert iron rods marking corners of float ice. Let me see if I can get that from here. Okay, look at this one. I'm gonna go down, scale it down on the glass. Ice drill, making holes in ice to insert iron rods, making corners of the ice float. So you have to get it to dig it out, right?
The horse is the one carrying, working.
I think Colin pull. No, the men are there pulling it too. It looks like. Then you have pike poles or ice hook, moving the ice blocks. Where's that? That's the one on top there, right? So look at it. It's like this, on top there. I'm coming across your head. Sorry, right there. You good? No, you're good. I'm coming across. It's long. Wow. Listen, it's almost about. I always say that's like 1 feet. 2 feet, it's almost 4 to 5 feet long. That's interesting. Then you have here, look at the saw. Look at the teeth in that thing. You see that? That's yeah, you have to cut that ice, but let's see. Look at how the handle made. It's done this way, shaped that way, and this way. Go around, all the way. It's about as long as the other one. It's about 5 to 6 feet also, and still in pieces, still intact. All the way across it, good. Okay, now look at this one below. So now I'm actually zooming in so you make it a little better. So I have to go all the way to the screen as much. So this one here was, so the ice saw, right? Cutting ice to open channel to ice elevator. The knob handled separate and chisel. Look at the shape of that thing. Mm-hmm. Right? Wow. I mean, that's how long it's been there. Mm-hmm. Separating cakes of ice and ice house. The bar chisel, that's this one on the bottom in here. Was it missing? That's the breaking bar. So the bar chisel is missing. Something's missing here. Might missing. Okay. That one, but even that was for trimming uneven ice blocks and breaking. You know that chisel when you use like in carpenters chisel the edge of something like wood, breaking out channels to the ice elevator. And the breaking bar, detaching ice floats by inserting in cuts made by ice plow. Interesting. Look how big this is. It's it's almost 6 or 7 feet long. That's nice. So then here, studded. You have to have studded horseshoe, like how they put studded tires and stuff on vehicles to get over the ice. Because you have to be able to grip it. Because if you just regular full shoes, it'll slip. You need traction. That's very interesting. Can you see it? Let me see. Zoom in. Can I zoom in more? Look at this. Studs. Amazing. Beautiful. Studs. Isn't that amazing? And I have an actual hoof. That's, who would have think that? And look, and they have to work together,
I
you know?
like the
Started
wings,
horseshoe, providing traction for horseshoes,
ice
working
blocks.
eyes. A ring handle sawtooth chisel. So, you know, this is a chisel. So I guess I took it out there, make it easier. So the chisel is here. I'm just going to get a picture of it. Chisel is, let me see, I gotta go back to this. Chisel is inside there. It's this structure here. To the tip of it, chisel it off, go up. It's about 3 to 4 feet long with a nice hook on the top. Interesting. Wow. Deepening cuts made by ice plow or when cuts became frozen. Then look at the ice tongue. Put a picture from here. Ice tongue. So you all see them like hooking stuff into some of those videos that they picking up meat or something other thing. But look at ice tongues. Move ice blocks when loading for delivery. They put it together. See at the top? They put it together from there. Swing it open and clip it together and then lift it. Or vice versa. Depending on how I'm explaining it. But see here? Open up. And it holds to the side of the ice and then it pick it up. Very sharp, big corners. Very, 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 very creative. Look at a smaller one and a bigger one.
Ice pick. Wow.
Ice pick, and then this one I remember. The ice pick. We had pictures. Remember when they're making ice, like you see some guys on the like when they have those
for-
put it on
only
the side of the road.
smaller chunks.
Smaller chunk, yeah. On the side of the road, they're making things. Or they check a little small piece, yeah. When you on the side making like a little smoothie or cooler, like some of the countries like the Philippines, or other places.
they do.
They did in the Caribbean to break it in the
I
hand,
remember this one.
and then they put in horror movies too. You know.
The ice blocks.
Breaking
for-
off small
for
blocks and smaller
fishing.
cuts. And then look at the ice box, a little typical. Ice box, half scale replica. So this one here, this one looks about, stand next to it, let me see them stand next to it for reference, go next to the block. It's for reference. So she's standing there, the block is about, here, look at the size of it. You see? So, you know, that's the thing, this is about, it's almost like 2.5 to 3
What
feet
is this?
long. It's like a mini scale of what the actual ice box looks like. Yeah. Like the one you saw, the wooden one you saw in the picture over there. Yeah, that's interesting. You put the ice inside and freeze it, and you take it back out the levers. Nice latches too. That's pretty cool. Now here's another part. The Lenape, Lenape, Native Americans of Rockland Lake. I never knew that word. What does that mean? But let's see this. Okay. Let me see. Hold this from the last thing, sir. Let me take a show the picture full. I'm gonna know if you can get a picture of it, but let me get in there and show what I'm talking about. Okay, black bears. Little artist drawings of it, Lenape, I gotta see. Like my man, I say the word Laraiope and Lariope of some of the shrubs and stuff and the plants we plant. I didn't know this of Rockland County Native Americans. What? I'll read the word short. I just want to show you the pictures. Get a quick picture. I'm always like, show me what you're talking about first. Like you open a book, turn the page. I want to see what the picture's on, and I go back to it. Very nice. And again, as I said before, the human body is not an evil thing to look at. You know, in the proper context, we can understand. They have to use what they had back then, the implements that were given to them, you know, coverings and stuff, meter. They're not cave people. You know, you see a lot of talking about evolution stuff because I'm not a proponent of that. We were created by a heavenly God who knows
It's
exactly.
900 years
let's see.
ago.
How many years ago is that? Let's see. So we living in what? We're in 26? Take 900 years from that? That's a good bit, right? So let's see. Native Americans, let me read this sign, right? Native Americans who, well, I'll just zoom back and read it. I'll read it to you. Native Americans who lived in southeastern New York State, New Jersey, eastern Pennsylvania, and northern Delaware are known as the, let me see if you said it right, Lenape, N-A-H-P, Lenape, Lenape, which means common people. The Lenape are part of the largest Algonquin, oh boy, Algonquin, Algonquin, or you say silent N and G. Remember, I'm still mad about the word isle is aisle. I'm walking down the aisle, spell it. I thought it was supposed to be isle, like, you know, Tower Isle or Island or the I-S-L-E. No, it's A-I-S-L-E. I'm like, okay, whatever you want to say, isle is isle. They have lived in the Hudson Highlands since at least 900 years before present. That's amazing. This is some of the tools they have there, the weaponry. The arrowheads, amazing. They said the Lenape hunter used a long bow and arrows tipped with stone arrowheads. Deer and elk were the main sources of meat, but many animals were hunted and eaten, including bear, beaver, rabbit, turkey, ducks, and geese. So you gotta survive, yeah. Amazing. And God provides my food. I mean, you know, I say God wants to kill all the animals, but it's just, you know, we're vegans, so this, you know, they have to go again. I mean, you can get a lot. I mean, you can get berries and apples and plantains and corn and stuff, you know, but Some people like fish. I mean, you're mad at them. What you eating? I'm just saying. Fishing wasn't important as important as hunting. Stone net sinks were tied to the bottom. Tell me stone net sinks. See the fish when they had the fish when they cut it and put the stuff here?
So big.
We used to have net. I see people doing that. So we did it in the Caribbean too. Like the nets with like an anchor or weight on the edge of it because if you put it with nothing, it just flies and there's no leverage. You can't take the force of it. When you put some rocks on the end of it, that's what's smart thinking. It goes on the weight of the rocks and then carries down the bottom. If I'm explaining it wrong, I'm just saying, I'm still working on the word easel. I'm just saying. See the rocks and examples? So they have some rocks here. What they tied around the nets. Very smart for thing. They're about the size of maybe like a 4-inch stick thing. They're very small. Interesting. And here's some other ones here too. Other rocks. Maybe for pounding and grinding stuff. I see here she's doing some grinding of the stuff. I'm gonna get to that part too. Very interesting. I like how people learn from these things. Fishing wasn't as important as hunting. Right? Stone neck sinks was tied to the bottom of the fish nets to hold them down, while pieces of wood acted as floats to hold the top of the net up. So you have wood holding the thing up to float, because wood like this wood here and the wood there holding it up to float, and you have rocks making the sink. So someone said, so at least you gotta find the net too, And I hope they tied the rock, string to it so you can find it. You have to learn how to spear the fish over here too, spear the fish and stuff, And they spear them here, and then you always see them moving, and like I bet I don't know, these other islands somewhere, and you gotta roast it. I don't know, like roasted fish, making small, nice roasted fish. I put some seasoning on that, right? see, you see, it dressed up as a deer right here. You got the arrow for it. This is good. Large fish were speared using harpoons made of deer antlers. Huh, that's interesting. Large fish were separated. No, speared. Excuse me, using harpoons made of deer antlers. You take a deer antler to make a harpoon. I mean, who'd have thought about that? That's interesting. Hides the animal, the skin taken of the animal that would, after they sadly demised it and gutted it, It says hides. Hides were cleaned using scrapers to remove the fat and tissue. Same thing. And sometimes scrapers, we use like rocks, we used to rocks and to sharpen and we used to scrape it out. That's interesting. Hammer stones were used in food preparation to crack nuts and remove marrow from bones. They were also used for making stone tools. Yeah, in the park, everybody's talking, so we just making videos. We just keep it real here. We just hiding that from you guys. You can, Ads. What's that say? How you say? Adziz? Ads. What's this word? You guys say it. Adzes. Adiz. Adzes. I know Bayside is saying Adzi was a Jamaican reggae band, but Adzes were used to build dugout canoes. What? So I guess that's this kind of rock here. And also make wooden bowls and handles for tools and weapons. ADZES. What is ADZES? You have on your phone? ADZES. And axe heads. Axe heads were used to cut down trees and build homes. Okay, I can understand that one. Axe head. They didn't have any iron back then.
Cutting tool. Using for shaping wood.
So here's some of the potential axe heads stuff. I mean, this is not an easy job to do. Let me see what it says. You have a picture of it? ADZE. The word ADZE. A cutting tool used for shaping wood, and pronounced as ADZZ, ads. Funny, ads, sound it out. It has just one syllable, starting with short A, sound like in cat. Add a D, and finish the buzzing Z sound. The E at the end is completely silent. So ads, AIDS, ads. You can go to school. That one is cool. I'm just trying to get this in right. Let me see. Okay, can you see an image? You have a Google image? We got a picture of this thing. I'm not trying to see. You have an image of that. Good image, right? Yeah. No, you have the same thing. Go back to the word and Google thing. You see, technology is a big help now. You see all this stuff. As you put the stuff, it makes it nice. Go back to the same word. No, when you get an image, you can also go to the top and press this word. See, AI, all images, videos, and forms. Yeah, this image. No, tap it and see. Yeah. What does it look like? Image of a. Who's this guy? Okay.
Oh.
But that's new stuff. But what?
So it's like axe.
Looks like an axe, but it's a scraping tool. This is interesting. What's that? A handle, a head, a blade, and a pole. So where do you get the metal from? So I guess you kind of get a rock sometime. How do you get it to even hold on? I'm just finding something. Let me look at this one here. What's this one here? As a tool for working wood. Very interesting. These guys are very creative now. How do you even think about that stuff? There's a lot of stuff here. I ain't gonna be able to cover all of them here, but just so you know. What's in the swamp? Submerged. Coontail, known as hornwort, is a plant species. You have plant species of hornwort. Emergent free-floating duckweed. Emergent plants, cattails. You have a lot of stuff here. What's in the ground? Methane, carbon dioxide, oxygen for kids. There's a lot of stuff in here. So turtles you see also, and the great blue heron. So as I said, you saw some things in the front you saw. You don't want to go to the trail? You want to take a peek or you want to do? Let's take a look. We haven't gone this part yet. So I know it's a lot in the beginning there. I ain't gonna cut the video. Let's just see. If you're still to watch it, God bless you and thank you for taking time to watch it. But why don't you see what's happening? Right? Aliens invade. What's an invasive species? Aliens invade by Rockland County. See, a lot of plants are invading it. An invasive species is one that has been introduced to an area where it is not native and harms the environment. Invasives thrive due to the absence of natural competitors and predators. By crowding out native species, invasive plants change the habitat and reduce the number of plants and animal species. Look for the invasive species below the Rockland Lake Park. What's invasive one? Phragmites, Phragmites, often growing as much as 12 feet tall. Phragmites is a merciless invader. It replaces plants such as cattail in wetlands. As a result of this habitat change, the variety of marsh plants, birds, and animal species decrease in number. Wow. Okay, this is a nice one. How you do, plant? You're like all up on me. I understand. I'm getting your way. I'm sorry. Talking with the plants. Yeah, I'm trying to get a picture. Hold on. Give me a chance. One second. I'm gonna get a chance with you. You just all up on. All right. Let's see. So, okay, Rockland Lake here, invaded by aliens. Japanese barberry. This deciduous shrub can be identified by its red berries. That's this one here. That's purple. Oh, that's an invasive plant. It's so pretty. Not bad. It can be identified by its red berries and spiny branches. It was brought to the USA in the 19th century and has spread to the Northeast. Once barberry invades the forest, it prevents growth of native trees and shrubs. Well, hopefully it has a good purpose though, right? Because I've seen some plants that actually look pretty pretty, you know, like even these weeds here growing back. I mean, I need a good long care. Maybe I'll get my card. And come back and check some of the stuff right now. I mean, they do good. That's interesting. And then the purple loose strife. Named after its pretty flowers, loose strife was brought into the USA in the 19th century. Today, it's planted in vineyards and gardens for its attractive color. Do not fall for this ruse. Purple loose fire strife is an aggressive invader, threatens the wetland diversity in Central and Eastern North America. Oops, okay, I hit the plants fighting back. That's interesting. And an Oriental bittersweet. Oriental bittersweet is a deciduous wood vine that is rampant in the park. It was brought to the USA in 1860 from Asia. 1860, this vine quickly overgrows and strangles existing vegetation. Purple loose strife and this. You know, and yet, the weird thing about it, some of these plants look like beautiful, these supposed invasive species. Look at beautiful plants indeed, and how you look at it. It's a lot of perspectives in here to look at, you know? But overall, everything has a certain balance. You notice that? Everything has a certain way of going. I'm gonna take a walk. Here, come. Take a walk in here. Bear with me. 32 minutes we're going in here. We just want to take a look what we got in here inside the park. Because this part here was not open to us anytime before. How many years we spent living in Rockland? And then finally get to see over here. It's like all the years didn't see anything before. So let's see. I'm just curious. So I see they have like little descriptions along some of the sides of what the things are, what the trees and stuff are. So I'm not gonna go through in detail. And the best way for that is for you to come take a look at it yourself and see what's actually in there. So we're just doing a little, kind of like a little skimming of the surface because we have other plans to go to. We didn't know that we were gonna pass by today, but like, well, since I'm here, let's take a look. So, but all these things, I remember in school they used to tell us about ecosystems. And while here, I always take a look on the ground. It could always be the little creepy crawly snakeums, Florida got gators, and here got snakeums. And look how all these vines and plants grow. I'll show them before in the video, but let me see. They can come up on the side here, and they just crawl up along the sides of the plants, You always see them movies like in like Jurassic Park and stuff. You see these trees and vines, and it gives that nice natural looking nature look, right? Where it's like, vine in a canopy. Here has some different kind of plants, so it's interesting. Like to watch it. Interesting stuff. Okay, so you good? Come with me. You all right? You still watching? She's over here. She's studying the plants. She's working hard at it. That's what they got in here. I'm just curious. Looking left and right. What they have here that I haven't seen yet. And again, remember the park is not. It's open, but I guess the peak season I'm started up yet because they charge admission. That's why I know it's free. I was like, what? It's free? I'm going in there. So I just took a look and walk around and see what I saw. Oh, so I guess you see here. Look what it says here. Just in case, be aware as you walk by. The wetland environment. Wetland means all that stuff there in the grass here. There's always wherever there's a snake hiding. So that's watch when you step. Look at the color of it too. Northern water snakes. So I ain't messing with the water too much. They have the osprey, red-winged blackbird, damselfly, the great blue heron, dragonfly, the northern water snake, the green frog, snapping turtle, northern barrier, the mallard duck. It says wetlands, as the name implies, are areas made of both water and land. They are rich habitats for many living things, some that depend on land, some that depend on water, and others that need both. What do you call amphibious? Yeah. Mallard, they have the long-tailed weasel, a mallard duck here. Snapping turtle. These guys will snap, boy. I see them. Look at the claws in these bad boys. Wetlands have so many creatures that both predators and prey use camouflage to survive. Try to find mammals, birds, and reptiles, amphibians, and insects camouflage in the drawing. Can you match them with the photographs? Remember mammals and not mammals? Remember vertebrae, invertebrate? Now I see science was good. Stay in school, okay? Northern shoveler. Interesting. As I walk along the trail, look carefully, speak softly, and have fun. Come. So let's see this one come. Taking a walk along the trail. Oh, that's a bird. Let's see. What do you see here? Swamp forest trail. This is interesting. I have games I want to make like this, okay? I'm trying to get this stuff out here. I'm trying to work. And this is something to tell you. We make games, we make designs and stuff and videos based upon what we actually like to experience and see, and hoping that you will too. You may have a lot of videos and stuff that you like and stuff as well, and types of videos and different designs you want, and games and shirts and graphics. We don't know all the different ones that are. And just how I say, I'm going to show you a little bit of what we like to see. We like to see what you also make. So feel free to make videos and games and stuff like that too. I'm watching podcasts and videos all day, every time. So I'm like, every time. Here's a nice walk, 5 to 7 minute walk, can't hurt. New boardwalk, can't hurt. Stay away from colored water blooms and scums. Kids, keep cat pits away. Why? Harmful algae blooms. So I'm guessing when you see those things, be careful. Can cause symptoms in people that can make pets very sick. Rinse with clean water and if contact. So when you see these kind of blooms, be careful. These are algae. You know when you see them like this in the ground, those kind of stuff in the ground here, this thick kind of swampy looking stuff. Don't go playing in it and sticking drinking out of it. You know the algae and bacteria, there's a lot of stuff in there, including reptiles and stuff. So be careful. Swampy stuff not good. Fresh, clean, moving water is better. You know, but make sure it's clean. This is really swampy and stuff. So they want you to see. You'll see wetlands, and even in this, different kind of bacteria grow. That's why you get different smells and stuff. But look at the color. It's good to know these things. You know, I appreciate my education, you know. It's good to learn to read, especially if you ain't reading, you can't even see. If you know how to read, you can't do it. And I'm saying all backwards. He's like, you can't be stupid. I ain't stupid. I don't have a problem. I'm just telling you, just in general, you know. Everything has a certain proper place. The trees get cut down and stuff, they become decay and stuff, they hold the water back. And they have all these movies that show that stuff, like with beavers and stuff. They're very interesting, the water. But when you see stagnant like this and still and not moving and swampy, usually not to go play and swim in it. There might be some bacteria and some stuff you don't want to see. So let's take a look. It's actually interesting. I'm only looking to see what we can do something with them with Bushkill Falls. You mentioned something before. The green frog, very common in marshy areas surrounding the lake. Feeds mainly on insects and earthworms. The green frog. Okay, let me see if I see one. You see one? The green frog?
No.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, you caught one fast. Where you see it? It's on the tree lot. Wait, let me see. Wait, I'll make it jump. Let me see. Was it this one? I can't see it. No, I have reflection. No. Oh, look at this. Yeah, it's so blended in. It's, where is it? Yeah. Oh man, I can't. There it is. Wow, beautiful. Me neither. He's so camouflaged. He's blended in so well. That's nice. It's a good education stuff for the kids.
Yeah. I like this, the pick up this now.
Yeah, not bad. I didn't see it before. Why did you see this so many years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, the kid's small. They could have seen it. It's good education material here. Oh, look at the snake. Look at the snake. Look at the snake. Look at the snake.
Yeah.
Snake is swimming in the water right there. Right there.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Swimming in the water. In the swamp. So again, you don't know what's in the water, but snake is swimming in the water. Look at there. You see it? Where is it?
Yeah.
Am I showing it right? It was supposed to be right there. Oh, I can't see my fingers.
Black snake.
Yeah, look at it. Can I see? Let me zoom back.
Black snake.
There it is.
Yeah.
He moves. He's so camouflaged. He's blending so fast. He's just gliding on the surface, and the picture is so. He's so fast. I'm saying. So I'm saying in this case, stay on the path. You don't know what you're seeing in there. Those snakes. You might see one of those Godzilla movies. One of those Jurassic Park movies. Was it Kong that had the things in the skull crawls and stuff in the water? I like those movies. But make the movies without cursing, please. No more cursing in the movies. I want to enjoy them with the kids and the family. I keep getting these blocks. No more cursing movies at all. I feel like I'm making myself. Oh, is that a swan? Over eggs? What's he doing? Oh, serious.
Oh, serious.
I mean, hear me fight. He's nesting over eggs. What is this thing? That is so beautiful. I've never seen a swan nesting over eggs yet. Wait, is it a mother or is it a father? Look at his feet. The chicks.
I think it's a mother.
Where? But they get very defensive too. Where the other one?
Father too?
No, sometimes they get defensive and protective to stop making noise, making a lot of hissing sound at you. Look at him doing it. I never seen it before. Look how you see. Mother's Day was just there, but see, is that moms do? She's making a nest to protect her eggs on this big mound. If you can see the picture of it, just surprised. So snakes over there. Swan is over here. Beautiful as she is. No, is it this? Am I wrong? Which one sits in the egg? Is it always a female? Because I see penguins stay with the kids while mom goes sometimes and the dad goes and they take turns. Is it only the female that sit and feed the take and makes the nest? And so in the open? Do they always go in the open like that? And some big eggs too. She's not even worried about me. I'm like, maybe like, look, we're like here. They're not that far. It's maybe like 10, 15 feet. She's doing her work. Okay, I don't want to startle her. She's like, am I in trouble? Okay, do your work. I'm serious. She's like, are you in my trouble? She's watching. She's like, what's he doing? But you see, we ain't trying to harm her. We got love. We just trying to make everything good. Look, she's catching her feathers. Wait, is she taking up her feathers and making it into a nest to warm? Or is she cleaning herself off? Because I don't get what's happening. I need to go, now I need a Nat Geo videos. She keeps taking nibbles at the feathers and putting them, what is she
Oh
doing?
wow, it says that.
Really very interesting.
Baba, it says that.
What is it? Yes, the female swan called a pen, P-E-N, what? Stays with the eggs almost exclusively. She incubates the clutch for about 35 to 42 days. That's over a month. She says that how the female protects and incubates. The broad patch, the females rarely leave the nest. She develops a nearly featherless patch of
Warm
warm
skin.
skin on her belly to transfer heat directly to the
Oh,
eggs.
wow.
So that's why she's probably plucking it off.
Uh-huh.
But she's plucking the hair off her belly. Wow, what kind of mother is this? Egg rotation. She regularly rolls and rotates the eggs with her beak so that they heat evenly. Amazing. Quick break. Sorry. If she leaves briefly to feed, what's that sound? Frog? Hush, everybody. What's that sound? I want to look around and see. If she leaves, sorry, the sun is getting. She leaves briefly to feed. Yeah.
Like this, maybe.
Bathe or stretch. She covers the eggs with nesting material to hide them from predators. And she's right in the open still.
Interesting.
Wow, so
That's
she's
why
plucking
she
off.
does-
That's
she does-
amazing.
There's a frog.
I hear the sound. So it's probably there too. So this is really
Nature for real.
yeah. I mean, what else we seen here? So let's see. This is something. Okay. So all the swampy water. And now you're worried about this movie like Jurassic Park. A movie they jump out and it's like there's a T-Rex or something going and bite. It just mess you up. Hi butterfly. Look at the water. It's all the water's churning there. Is that the frogs? The water stirred up there. Could be eggs too. Could be frogs. The water's moving on. So you got the creatures all living in there. All that you don't see them. They're here. Snakes are gliding in water. Frogs over here. As long as they got no gator, bros, we cool. And look, and this one. Yeah, that's pretty good. And it's above ground. So we're about 1 feet or 2 feet above the ground. So, and the path is clear. So if you see something in front of it, just watch. This is pretty nice. I should get a picture of this. Let me pause a second and get a picture of this. Make a little silhouette. I'm making silhouettes on cups and mugs and stuff to see. So now you understand. We try to do what we see. You may get some AI form versions of it or AI versions of what we see to make sure we don't get copyright and trademark and stuff like that. But also, it's actually something that's relatable to what we see and what we live and experience. So we're trying to give you as real as possible. Let me get a silhouette of this. Give me a brief second. I'm gonna pause for a second. Okay, we took some pictures. We're heading back. Now I didn't show you the top. I just keep looking at the bottom. So listen to the top of what we see here. It's not a big area. It's a small part. Small part of the park. So that's what you see so far. What it's like. So I think that was the entrance from that side, right? That's the fence. Let me see. That's coming in from that fence, right? And then you go on the outside and come back. So here's what we saw in the other entrance. We were wondering what was it before. We're like, so I'm gonna go back and go the other trail. This is one trail. So that's one entrance over there. Let's go back the other way now. Come. Let's see. Universe. But that's interesting. That's not bad. It looks something to the kids to learn.
Nice, actually, this new thing now.
Look how that's really some thick, stinky. Actually, it doesn't stink. Usually it stinks. It doesn't stink here. I'm surprised. Why doesn't it stink? Usually it smells really bad. When it's like you ever had water like laying in a drum or something, or like something on the side, like stale water? Why doesn't it stink here? I was about to say stinky water because it's so prone to saying things. Maybe I'm just me. I'm just maybe tired in the brain, because after a long day. But just saying, why the water doesn't stink? And it's like moldy and fungusy. Is it kept in check by other things? Because remember they told about different things in chemistry and biology that different things can cause different kind of smells, like different kind of different kind of bacteria can cause different kind of smells. Some for mud, some for different things. So it's pretty cool. Bye, pretty swan. Happy Mother's Day to you, my friend. Do good, and when they hatch, just make them pretty and strong as you are. You look awesome. Beautiful bird. God bless them. Your creator loves you, okay? We do too. Keep going. Taking care of young children. Bless their hearts. Tell Dad to say what's up, man. Getting it exclusively. Wow, where's he at? Because she's there. Last time we were walking in the park one time here on the other side of the park, and there was a bird guarding the path. He kept on attacking, spreading his wings out like crazy. Was the male. Now I'm guessing why. So they usually protect their own. I'm like, interesting. It's like this is a nice way. Here's a nice picture too. I'm taking a picture of here also. 1 second. This is like a nice picture silhouette here. I'm gonna go for this picture here. Let me see this one. Pause again. Okay. I like to get pictures of this stuff because it has a nice look to it. It has a nice game feel, you know, like one of those horror movie types or like a nice action adventure movie, you know? Let's see. Not bad. Oh, come a second. Hey. Hello, what's it? Companion, Regina. Hey. Cat calling. Meow, meow, meow. My voice is kind of hoarse. Meow. This woman. What? I can't say woman. What? I can't. My voice kind of hoarse. Lady. Okay, lady. All right, she knows that one. Okay. You can't call her in our name. My voice kind of hoarse. I've been talking too much all yesterday. Boy, I've been in a lot of places, you know, so my voice kind of hoarse, but it's like, I can see some things. Cat calls, right? I ain't gonna meow, meow. I'll mess with you guys, but it's fun. So look at the water. And you don't stink. Very nice, interesting. Now while they're walking, again, since you saw a lot of those other creatures there, watch out for the one I don't like snakes. So that one went to the swamp. I don't want to see me. Listen, while you're walking also, we keep an eye out for those water snakes. So stay more in the middle of the path, I would say. We're walking the other side. So yeah, there's two. One, that was a 5 minute. There's another one over here. So let's watch for the green snakes. I like to carry a stick when you're gonna walk too, you know. But let me see.
Looking for something here.
Just in case. Well, I was in case you see something you don't like some kind of creature. I can't like to take a stick with me. Can I take a stick with me? Can I take a stick? I like to see what I'm going up against in case something's there. Because we learned a long time ago, don't go out there. Yeah, just in case something. You know, even if it's an animal, just kind of a little something in front of you to think. I don't even want to take it, but I want to keep this in case. I like to have a little something extra, just like I don't know what's out there. I'm like a typical guy breaking. I want to see what I don't know, what I don't see. So you come out here and be like, shoo. There's a stick. As much distance between you and the animal, the better. So I'm not a. Oh, look, is that a deer?
What?
Hi, dear. I see you. You're beautiful. Look at them. You're beautiful. You guys are hiding in the corner there. Where are you? There you. Wait, let me see. Wait, they're so camouflaged. Wait, I can't see them. Wait, let me see. They're over there.
Yeah.
Let me see. What's that? You see them? Yeah, there you go. You're so beautiful. I see you two in the back there. I want to tell you a secret though. There you go. So 1 and 2. Okay. Shh. Stay hidden. Shh. See you later. Okay, this evening. Okay, you guys. Okay, so you saw the cups I have now called Hi Dear. DEER. I'm like the message. You got that fun. Bye, dear. He's the honey, right? You walk with your honey. Hi, dear. See you, dear. Hi, honey. So I don't want the bears in the cup. You see, that's what I'm saying. I want this sometimes also. You know, I gotta make a picture every time with everything we do, right? Because again, I don't get paid by anybody to make this videos. We're doing self-funding, self-walking, self-travel, everything the same. We gotta do our own business by ourselves. MattyB.com, MATIBY.com, and Relatable, REALATABLE. Etsy, ETSY.com. We also have a relatable one too, and an Etsy one too. MATIBY.ETSY.com. We make our own, so we just want to see what's happening. So there's deer over there, there's animals over here, but we make stuff that's trying to see that people can actually like and see, you know, if it's something fun, you know? And we try to have fun with it. And it's not easy. Imagine, we have to now compete with bigger companies like Walmart and Costco and BJ's, all these guys there, big box companies, and other also big sellers and big brand names, you know, to make products. And we don't mind, but we want to make sure that you know, you guys understand where we're coming from. So they always say, let me get, you know, like in video games, let me get the game devlogs. How did you start it? How did you make it? Now, this path, let me see, so that one went that way.
We're gonna go back there.
That one goes that way. Let's see if it goes this way. That one might cut in another area. Let's try this. Let's go straight this one first and see. I don't go too deep in it, but let's see where this one goes. I don't want to go too far, because we might just cut back and see what we have. The swamp environment, what it says here. And when you go, keep looking down for that green snake. Water's there, but we want to make sure nothing's here. To the path. What is a swamp? A swamp is a forested wetland containing trees and shrubs. Unlike bogs, B-O-G-S, swamps have a direct inflow of water. The swamp you are about to walk through has maple trees, sweet pepper bush, swamp azalea, blueberry, poison sumac, arrowwood, and many other water-loving plants, all of which have grown up in the past 40 years. Sweet pepper bush. Oh, that's the one you're looking at. This one here. Pepper is sweet. Don't eat it though. Right? I don't know. Sweet azalea. Okay, azalea's here. High blueberry. Bears might like it. Wetlands, including swamps, prevent flood. Wait, wetlands, including swamps, prevent floods and purify water? Wait, what did you say? Wetlands, including swamps, prevent floods and they purify water? They absorb water like a sponge and filter out dirt. Are you serious?
Wow.
Heavy metals and chemicals and other pollutants. Wetlands help to purify the water? Is that why it's not stinking? It smells actually sweet back here. That's interesting. The deer hiding back there. That's beautiful. That's interesting. Everything in balance. The water purifies itself. I used to wonder sometimes how these trees don't get, how the trees don't have, I'm jumping from, I had a stick, I thought it was a snake, I jumped from here. How the trees don't, how the plants can drink dirty water and give you clean fruit. Yeah, I'm always wondering about that, right? Yeah, the water's just dirt, and whatever's in dirt, they suck up, right? Here they manage to give you apples and cherries and all kind of different stuff. That issue, that's interesting. Succession. Notice how this wetland has an area had few trees. No, notice how this wetland has changed from the 1960s when the area had few trees and shrubs to what it looks like today. This normal process of change is called succession and occurs in small habitat areas. 2005 is looking at now from what it was before, 1965. Wait, well, you mean they're giving you, this is the path, wow, this is not, that's a lot, big change, huh? Even from that color, wow. Let's see what's inside here, come inside. Ready, come with me? Yeah, okay, let's take a look. We'll continue the journey. Walking. My dear friends are gone. My dear friends are gone, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sorry, I said that one, right? Let's see. Look, you see this? You know, it's a weed, look how nice and beautiful the purple looks. I hope you can see it like that. Isn't that bad? I didn't know they had a nature thing in Rockland Lake. Rockland Lake State Park in Rockland County. You know, like Spring Valley, New York. Well, that's the area close by. I don't know if it's called something, but it's Rockland County. That's interesting. Rockland County, or Rockland Lake. Oh, I see. I know you guys. You're squirrels. Lakeside Loop Trail, 2 to 5 minutes walk. I didn't know this thing existed in here. Who knew they had this thing inside here? That's amazing. That's
I wonder when they.
wow. Me too. Maybe that's why they had been construction for all the years. Then they finally opened it up. This is pretty nice. Walking through the land. That's nice. Swamplands, swamplands. And see, a lot of people are just walking by because it's like that thing is finally open. They didn't know, I guess, either. But let's see. So, a little diversion of things. Let's see. Yeah. And who doesn't love a nice boardwalk? No, I mean, it's just the wood. It's just wood, I guess. They're just going to dig it through and go through slowly and make a space. And I guess to make it as unintrusive as possible, like not mess up the natural flow of the water. And again, it doesn't stink. That's interesting. It doesn't smell. Or is it my nose? How do you know it smell? I smell something like, I smell something sweet like gardenias. How do you smell? Your nose is better. Mine's have been messed up. Wow. Remember, there's berries on the side here. But remember, don't eat anything you don't know. And again, be careful. Snakes on the top. Is a cotton over here? Something is there. And don't watch for also. Snakes can also crawl. Look at what's this thing? Something interesting. But again, don't watch for things that crawl over. You know they're trying to cross over. Snakes falling. I used to wonder in the movies, right? Why is it the snake always dropping somebody all of a sudden? That climbs on you. Is it real? Did that just drop on you from the sky? Like they're going up a tree and they just lose their balance? Because I see snakes climbing inside of walls sometimes. How snakes can climb walls and they can't stay up on a tree? I'm just curious, but from what I see, even the snake climbing a tree is surprising to me. How they do that? They ain't got no hands and no feet. They climbing trees. Only God. That's God right there. That's God right there. Go right there. It's God right there, you know? Not the plants. I'm not worshiping no plants. I'm just saying, that's God right there. God did it. God made it happen, and therefore we stand in His marvel. Snake. Look at the snake right here. Look at the snake right here. Left snake. Brown one. He's amazing. Man, yeah, big one too. This is really nature. Let's see if he come on this side. Let's see. Let's see. Well, let me see if he come out there and see. Let me see where he goes. You know, guys, I want to see it. Is he hiding? He came out. He's over there. Let me see. He's over here. Yeah, there he is. Look at him there. He's black. You see? He's about 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wow, this is really nature, huh? He's just crawling through the slum. Look at him there. I don't know if you can see in the picture. Can you see it? He's crawling by the green. Let me see. How can I get it? Like he's over here. He's going up. He's going through the trees. Look at him there. See there? Can you see it? He's so camouflaged in there. He's going by the opening. He's so camouflaged. And he disappears in there so quickly. Absolutely amazing. I got my stick, right? Just in case. I'm watching this poor stick here. I'm telling you, this is really nature for real, boy. Don't touch him. Okay, and they bring you to the front. Man. What? Amazing. Look at this view now. We're over there before in the other videos. Now we're here. Rockland Lake. How Rockland Lake was formed. Hard sands and soft shale right during this ice cover and thing. And I don't believe in this. Sorry, I don't believe in the dating system that they have here. So I'm just gonna keep it simple. Let's tell you what they see inside here. They said mallard duck, common Merganson, Canadian goose, birds, green frog, and stuff painted. There's purple, northern water. Oh, the northern. That's the northern. So we saw the northern water snake. That's the northern water snake I saw there. Amphibians and reptiles. It's all mixed in here. Birds, amphibians, reptiles, stuff. Cottontails, the yellow pond lily plants, pickerel weed, insects, water strider, green barnum, mammals, muskrat. These guys here, the black prawn, night heron, great blue heron, wood duck, mute swan. That's what I guess saw. He didn't make a sound. Is that what he's called, mute swan? Kind of pretty still though. The other one was mute. Yelling at me last. That's what I know. That's interesting. They got a little observation decks here. People on the other side here walking through the park. This is beautiful. I think that's a pleasant surprise today. Got me today. Rockland Lake, he got me, man. Oh, God did it to me again. He always gives me pleasant surprises. I think I'm just gonna do my own thing, and he just showed me something I didn't expect. Yeah, is a helicopter coming about? Look how beautiful. And the breeze back here is beautiful. Nice, cool breeze. Hey, they got some seats here too. Yeah, we'll go back across. Yeah, no, we just going on a circle. But remember, that was like a snake, a water snake. He's going to the water, but he's like, look over my camouflages. But remember, while you're walking, look up as well as look on the sides, right? To see where they are. You hear me? Don't be trying on the phone all the time. Watch where you're stepping to, man. Can be man camouflage. I let them know. I can't get a name like woman. They just, they're on the phone. And I have my stick here, just in case. So I didn't sit behind her, dog. So I'm like, you can drop the stick and run, right? Oh, I'm just saying. Behind the movies, right? Your movie's running. Make a horror movie here and get a run while the kids come from behind you. It's like, good stuff, you gotta make it real, you gotta like run. That's they just are walking oblivious, they walk and run, they trip, and then they get, and the guy, I'll leave it alone, just leave it alone, look for the snake. Look up for snakes, look on the side here. Amazing, eh? Amazing. Didn't expect to see this part here. Rockland, he just surprised me here. There's another trail too. I don't know if we have time to go to all that stuff. It's pretty interesting. It's like, that's nice, a little something different. But, I don't want to see. I see a couple coyotes. I don't see no coyotes now. I just saw the part about the path and I'm talking about the front. But that's two snakes already in one spot. Let me see something. Hope you ain't cussing. I mute this video. No cussing words, right? She don't cuss, right? Just saying good things. Get somebody understand you in Tagalog. So saying, I'm gonna give a distance to walk. No cussing in there, right? In the video. All right, I'm keeping it real here. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you guys are right. Huh? They understand Tagalog. I don't know who's listening to the video. So you better. Hope you're saying anything bad now. If you say anything, that's her fault. Close caption. Okay, let me pause 1 second. Let me pause here. She said, gotta give her privacy. 1 second. Okay, back to the video. Made it through there. Couldn't get us on the trail. So that's one trail there. We saw one here. So we got here. Okay, that's the walking path. Let's see. Oh, that the other. Oh, that was the trail. Wait, we came from that way. Remember how to leave a marker, right? Which way we came from? We came from that way over there. We went to that trail over there. We're gonna go the opposite one further this way now. Come, let's got my stick, right? Got some thorns in it though. Let's keep my stick just in case. Again, while you're walking, keep the snakes on the side and over there. Keep your eye on the thing, right? Water snakes. It might cross to go over there and get amphibious. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to keep my stick. Even more there. You're walking through an enchanted forest with me, young people. We want to make nice, cozy stuff too. Wanna see? So, we just Rams and Discuss in the back. They're trying to change locations of where to go to stuff. Some roads are blocked off, so that's the other family members gonna meet up with kids and stuff. So they're a little detour going there. That's the place we used to go. So we're trying to see how to get it over. And again, it does not smell. A lot of swamp and mud, but it doesn't smell. Beautiful. Look at all this stuff here, but it does not smell. What is that? A sacrificial altar? Like a chimney. Somebody had like a cookout out here in the back here. A nice gravel too. You don't like hear the sound when you walk through gravel? Keep walking. They love to hitting games, Good stuff, See, trying to get game different. Oh, that's a chipmunk. He's a fast little guy. Hi, chipmunk. Wait, what's it? Like Chip, Dale. Wait, Alvin, come here. Alvin, come here. I know he's all slow. I thought they were all mini squares like babies, but you're not that scared. Huh? But Alvin must be out. Alvin was a good one. Theodore, bye. Okay, he's on the rocks. He's good. That's not bad. Very nice. Thanks for the pleasant surprise, God. Thank you so